What's up, y'all? What's goody? Welcome back to the Winner Circle. Y'all, today's video is going to be so good. It's going to be so good to your soul. I'm going to give you 5 signs that you are way more powerful than you think that you are. Because sometimes our negative thoughts, our intrusive thoughts can really impact us when, we make a mistake or something that we do something that's not favorable to us or to our liking. I'm not this, I'm not good enough. I didn't get the job. I didn't get the position. That person doesn't like me. Sometimes our mind can just literally ruin the vibe sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? Our intrusive thoughts can really ruin the vibe. But before we get into it, you already know, if you've been rocking with me for a while, I love y'all and welcome back to another video. I am so honored to have you here, a part of the Winner Circle. If you are new to the Winner Circle, do whatever you got to do to be a part of the Winner Circle. Like, subscribe, follow, tap the bell, whatever platform you watching this on, do what you got to do to become part of the Winner Circle, okay? But let's get into it, y'all, because I'm here to make your life betterer and betterer and betterer, okay? So 5 signs that you are more powerful than you really think that you are, okay? I am here to remind you I am the messenger, baby. The first sign is you detach easily. You detach from people, places, circumstances, outcomes. You detach from things because you know that what's for you will always come to you. You know that what's for you will always find you. If the person doesn't like you, whether it be a man or a woman, they're just making space for who does like you. Everybody has a type. Everybody has someone that ignites their soul. Everybody has someone that is for them and is going to help them step into becoming the better version of themselves. And if that person is not doing that, we're not going to cry and whine. How come they're not texting me? How come they're ghosting me? How come they're not responding me? How come he doesn't like me? How come she doesn't like me? How come she not feeling me? No, when people leave, they're doing you a favor. They're clearing out space to make room for what is for you. Trust me, there's somebody out there for you, okay? There's somebody for everybody. Everybody got a type. When you don't get the job, get the position, get the raise, the promotion, you might fall out with a friend. Anything that's not happy, that dismisses itself from you, all it's doing is making room for what is for you. And even if you have been attached to someone, something, some circumstance, some situation for quite some time, people come and go. Situations come and go. Circumstances come and go, you guys. Some people are in your life for a reason and for a season. Seasons change and you grow and people grow. Some people grow apart after so many years. And this could be friends. This could be intimate partners. This could be co-workers. Sometimes you outgrow your job. Ooh, let's talk about it. If you outgrow your job, you are on the right track, okay? If you're not outgrowing your job, or if you go to work and you've been there for a few years and you just too comfortable, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, but listen, anything not growing is dead. Anything not growing is dead, y'all. So if you find yourself outgrowing people, places, circumstances, behaviors, curricular activities, it's a really good thing. Don't resist the change, okay? So you're not focused on situations and outcomes. You know that what's for you is always going to be for you. What is for you will always find you, okay? And so that is the first sign that you are more powerful than you think that you are. You detach from people, places, and circumstances and outcomes easily. Let me know in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about, when you're not really just attached to nobody. And I'm not talking about being cold-hearted, but you just kind of go with the flow. You already know what time it is. When people leave your life, okay, you got that mindset of, if you rocking with me, cool. If you not, cool. Either way, life goes on and you doing you living your life. You know what I'm saying? You know that you are the source of your own abundance. You know that you are the source of your own happiness. And again, what is for you will always find you. Is that you? If so, you are more strong and more powerful than you think that you are, than anyone is telling you that you are. I am here to tell you, you are powerful, okay? You are powerful. A lot of people get so caught up in their emotions and they're not, they don't have their emotions in control. And the first moment a guy don't text a girl back or a girl don't say yes on a date for a guy, people lose their stuff. They become unhinged. Have you ever texted somebody and maybe you didn't respond right away, or maybe you responded 2 hours later, you was working, you was asleep, you was doing whatever, and then you wake up and you see it, they cussing you out and all kind of stuff, and you be like, they became completely unhinged the moment they didn't get what they felt that they wanted in that moment, when you didn't fulfill their need in that moment. These are people who are emotionally attached. They don't have and there's nothing wrong with being emotionally attached to people who create that space for healthy attachments, and it's reciprocated. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about when people are not for you, you just letting it roll. We are not becoming unhinged. We are not becoming psycho, crazy. If you have your emotions intact, baby, listen, you are more powerful than you think that you are. Anybody who has control of their emotions, and you don't waver, you don't become completely unhinged, and it's very difficult for people to take you off your rocker, take you off your pivot. And I'm not saying you might not, like, dang, that was a hard blow, or you might not feel it, but you don't lose your damn mind because of it. You are powerful. Having emotional security, emotional stability, being emotionally intelligent, that is power, because 90% of the world lack that. So give yourself a pat. You powerful, okay? You are so powerful. You are extremely powerful if you have complete control over your emotions, okay? Y'all be drinking your water? Because water is life, okay? It's the giver of life. It is everything. The second sign that you are more powerful than what you think you are is you take risks. Your life is unorthodox. You take risks. You might invest in something, and you might have your butt cheeks clenched a little bit, like, oh my God, this is scary, or this is a rush, or I don't know what the outcome is going to be. But you take risks. You invest in yourself. You jump off of a bridge with no parachute, not literally. Disclaimer, not literally, but figuratively speaking. You go out for that position, even though it says that you don't qualify. You go apply for that house or that apartment, even though on paper it might not look like you qualify for the income. You take those risks because you operate in faith, and you believe that you can execute and accomplish anything. If you think that you can succeed at anything, no matter what it is, and remember, there is no failure. Failure is just data collected on what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, what works and what doesn't work, okay? There is no failure. If that is you and you have a fixed mindset of, I'm about to take a risk, I'm about to invest in myself, I'm about to take a leap of faith, and you find it's a pattern in your life and you always end up on top, people who take risks usually turn out to be more successful than people who don't. Because you're putting yourself out there. You're not scared. You have confidence in yourself. You operating in faith, whether you realize it or not. You stand in the flow. You letting the universe shift your world, and take you anywhere. That's beautiful. You stand in the flow. People who take risks are more optimistic. They expose themselves to more opportunities because they're not just stuck in their cave in the house like, no, that won't work. No, I don't qualify. No, I don't meet those standards. No. You ain't no punk. If you take risks and your life is just unorthodox, 1 minute you might be doing this, the next minute you might be doing that, baby, listen, you are more powerful than what you think you are. You are more powerful than what people are ever telling you. Because a lot of times people don't tell you how powerful you are. People don't tell you how strong you are. You might have one nice person every blue moon, but people don't do that. People are so wrapped up in jealousy, envy, being in competition with each other. Nobody really likes to tell you you're doing a damn good job. And when you do come across those people, they're just far and few in between. They really are. So I'm your girl, okay? I'm your #1 life coach, and I'm gonna tell you, you're doing a damn good job. If you take risks, you are way more powerful than you think you are. It takes courage. It takes strength. It takes confidence. It takes just that willingness to put yourself out there and to succeed, and to look at life as like the sky is the limit. You are powerful. People don't do that. If you do that, let us know in the comment section. Let me know who you are. I want to know who you are. I want to know who my risk takers are. I want to know who you are. Okay? You are way more powerful than what you think you are. That leads me into number 3, okay? Number 3 is your confidence. Your confidence is unmatched. And it's because, not because you're perfect, not because you think that the world is perfect, but you strive for progress, not perfection. And you are confident, you know that you can succeed at anything that you do. And even if you feel like you don't know, you try it anyway. It don't hurt to try. Because listen, when you don't try, you already failed. You already lost the battle. When you don't put yourself out there, when you don't go for it, when you don't try, when you don't step into a new lane, when you just, everything is just like clockwork. You wake up, you look to the right, you eat lunch, you go to bed. You wake up, you look to the right, you eat lunch, you go to bed. You wake up, you look to the right. Who does that? Wakes up and look to the right, eat lunch, you go to bed. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. It's that pattern. You know what I'm saying? When you're stuck in that pattern, there's no room for growth. There's no room for newness. There's no room for you, for God to bring new things into your life. You just stuck in habitualness and habitual pattern of nothingness. If you are confident because you know that even small success or small progress is good, let's just tap into the small progress right now, okay? Because y'all know I'm a life coach. If you ain't booked a session with me, book a session with me. You missing out. But I love talking to you guys. You guys inspire these videos. A lot of us have the same issues. And we're a community, but I love talking to you guys, okay? Book a session with me. You can find the link at the very top of the comment section. But anyways, let's just talk about small progress. There's a lot of people that I talk to, and that, you know, they want that instant gratification. I want this now. I want that now. And I get it, but let me give you a visual. Let me give you a really good analogy. If you got two ladders leading up to heaven, okay? Let's use your imagination. Leading up to heaven, and at the top of heaven, at the top of the ladders, is a big pretty box with all of your blessings, all of your gifts, all of your heart's desires, everything that you could ever want and more in the box. Two ladders. One ladder has baby steps, one ladder has big steps. I'm talking huge steps. I'm talking 100-yard steps, because that's what everybody want. They want that instant gratification. They want them huge steps. I mean, 10 steps and you're there. This one, 10,000 steps and you're there. 10 steps, you're there. 2,000 steps, you're there. Okay. Everybody wants to get on the huge ladder with the huge steps, with the 10 steps, because they feel like they're going to get that instant gratification and get to the destination. But let me tell you something. When okay, let me rewind. My brain is going faster than I can speak. If you got two people going up these ladders, you got one person going up the huge steps and one person going up the baby steps. 10 steps, 10,000 steps, okay? The person going up the huge steps, they can't even get to the step because they can't reach it. And by the time they reach the first step, they can't reach the second step. They have to strategize on how to reach the second steps because it's millions of yards away. Meanwhile, the person on the baby step, that person is flying up the ladder. Why? Because the steps are baby steps and they so close together. They booking it, running up that ladder. Meanwhile, while the person who's running up the 200,000 steps, the person with the 10 steps, they can barely get to the next step because it's so far apart. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Baby steps are necessary. Baby steps move you forward. Baby steps. In the midst of that, there's what I call the gestational period. While you taking those baby steps, there's a lot of fine tuning going on. There's a lot of strengthening going on. There's a lot of realization going on. There's a lot of self-love being prepped. There's a lot of awareness being prepped, a lot of boundaries. Those baby steps are tuning you, are preparing you. It's so necessary. They're preparing you with certain tools so when you get to the destination, you don't fumble it. You need boundaries. You need self-love. You need self-worth. You need self-respect. You need to know how to say no. You need thicker skin. You need awareness. So when you finally get to the destination, yeah, you ran up a lot of steps, but you equipped to sustain the blessings, to sustain whatever it is that you're going after. But the person over here with the huge steps, they can't even reach the next step. And now they're so focused on how I'm going to get to the next step that they're missing the lessons and the learning in between. Okay, so I don't want to go too much off on the tangent, but I hope I painted a picture for you guys to understand that baby steps are necessary. Baby steps move you forward. Baby steps are so helpful, okay? But when you take those risks and when you're confident, it don't matter if you're dealing with big steps or baby steps. It does not matter. If you are confident, whether you fail, whether you succeed, you get back up and keep going. You don't sulk and say, woe is me. Now, I'm not going to say that people don't have grace to, sulk and, something they don't succeed. But this video ain't about that. If you're not a sulker and you that dust yourself off and try again, you can dust it off and try again. If you that person, you are way more powerful than you think you are, because more of the world whines about shit. Excuse my language, but more of the world whines and cries and woe is me. So if you that one that ain't whining, and while the other person is whining, you looking for the next opportunity, you are so powerful. You are way more powerful than you think you are. And I'm here to tell you, I am your confirmation, baby. Keep going, because you are powerful, okay? Moving on. Number four. The fourth sign that you are way more powerful than you think you are is you don't chase people. You don't chase people in relationships or friendships. You simply match effort. Again, 90% of the people in the world, because they don't have their emotions secure, they constantly chasing, sending 1,000 text messages, blowing up people's phone, asking, well, how come you don't like me? How come you didn't respond? No. You want me to give you a word of advice? If you're dating someone, talking to someone, in a new friendship with someone, all you got to do is text a motherfucker one time. It don't take a million text messages. It take one text message or one phone call. People always got their phone in their hand. People work from their phone. They saw your message. So if they choose not to respond or took 2-3 days to respond, that was a choice. No one is ever too busy to respond back to you. Now, I'm not saying people don't have obligations during the day or at night or whatever. People have a life. People have children. People have families. People do deserve a grace period. But if it don't take no 3-4 days for a motherfucker to call back, I bet you that. But if you give someone, a little bit of time, maybe they went to work and then they came home, they ate, they showered, they took a nap. You can give people 2 to 3 hours to, and usually people, when they're being genuine and not acting funny or playing games, they will tell you, my bad. I saw your message. I didn't get back to you because I was doing da-da-da-da. And people grown, they allowed to do da-da-da-da. But you can tell when somebody playing games. It takes one phone call. Nobody's too busy. People make time for what they want to make time for. You will never catch me texting somebody a bunch of times, calling somebody a bunch of times. If you're doing that, stop it now. This is your last moment doing that. From this moment on, you will never do that again. If you're a part of the winner circle, we are not doing that. We match effort. Say it with me. We match effort. All it takes is one phone call, one text message. I might be okay with you doing it 2 times just for good measure. Hey, I texted you yesterday, no response. Just want to make sure you're okay. That's it. 2 times is pushing it for me. But you could do 2 times for good measure. To say when they start playing games and then they look back and they want to be in your presence, it wasn't you. Now they got to eat their bullshit. That's what I love to make people do. But you stand there in your power when you're not chasing people. Get in the habit, start practicing of matching effort, okay? Because let me tell you something. People could like people so much. I find that coaching men, women, younger children, I coach everybody. It does not matter the age. I coach minors with high school problems, with boy problems, with bullying problems. I coach adults, men, women, children, parents, grannies. I coach them all. Any field job you could think of, I coach them all. But let me tell you this. This right here doesn't discriminate. Everybody does it. A person could like someone so much that they get lost in the infatuation of liking them because you be on a high, rightfully so, right? It feels good. When you're in that honeymoon stage of just meeting someone, it feels good. But what happens is you lose yourself in it and you start doing, buying them this. Now you're initiating the conversation. You're initiating the text messages. You're initiating the dates. You start doing so much, you don't realize that they're not doing anything to reciprocate. And the relationship is only good because you made it good. We're not doing that. Match effort. If they put in effort to reach out to you, you put in effort to reach out. And you can initiate too. But if you're not seeing it start reciprocating, pull back. If they putting in effort to call you, they calling you twice a week, you put the effort in. For the days that they not calling, you initiate the phone call, or vice versa. But the moment you see them not reciprocating energy, reciprocating effort, pull back. It'll save you a whirlwind of emotions, a whirlwind of trouble. It'll save you a heartache, a headache. It's going to save you all of that. Match effort. I don't like to say match energy, because matching energy is, if they negative, you match a negative energy too. We're not doing that. You're not letting nobody take you out of your queendom, out of your kingdom, because they want to be raggedy. We're not doing that. We're not matching effort. We're not matching energy. We're matching effort. Okay, you guys? We're matching effort. Not energy, effort. Okay? In this video specifically, okay? And what I'm talking about in this topic, we're matching effort. All it takes is for you to text or call somebody one time. It don't take a bunch of phone calls. It don't take a bunch of text messages. I promise you. I promise you guys, one time. Match effort, okay? If that's you, you don't chase people. You let people decide if they want to be a part of your life or not. You're not sweating nobody, whether they a part of your life or not. You just chilling, you doing you. You know life goes on because you are the source of your own happiness, regardless of who's in your life. Anybody else in your life is just a bonus. It's just a plus. Baby, listen. You are way more powerful than anybody will ever tell you. Because 90% of the world are chasers, are beggars, they're lost. They're not standing in their own power. They don't know their own self-worth. They chase. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I used to be there. I was a little bit ruthless as a teenage girl too. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I was ruthless. I wasn't chasing no guy. I wasn't chasing nobody. Definitely wasn't chasing no dudes. But my discipline with that has grown even more. But even back then, you know, there was times where I would say that maybe I slipped up a little bit, but I bet you I didn't do it twice. You make me a fool once, but you damn sure ain't gonna make me a fool twice. Match effort, okay, you guys? Match effort. If you're not a chaser and you know how to discipline yourself to not be blowing up somebody's phone who's not calling you back, not blowing up somebody's phone, texting them, and who's not texting you back, not blowing up somebody's DM. Y'all know. I know y'all seen people talking to themselves in your inbox. It'd be like, hey, how you doing, babe? Men and women, okay? No response. 2 weeks later. How you doing, babe? I mean, hundreds of messages, they just talking to themselves. I miss you, they just talking to themselves. Don't be that person. If people are not responding to you, that's a clue that they don't want to be bothered. And 10 times out of 10, they do want to be bothered. They just playing games. But what happens is when you don't chase and you match effort, it's like now they got to eat their own bullshit, because whole time they wanted to be in your life, but they wanted to play games. They wanted you to chase them. And when you didn't chase them, it's like crickets. They don't know what to do next, but they got to eat their own shit. It's like, you know, when you have a puppy or a dog and they poop in the house and you might put their face in and say, no, don't do that. It's like you putting their face in their own bullshit. Now you got to now that person has to backtrack and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I mishandled you. I misunderstood. They're going to say something. But for me, this happens to me a million times because I don't chase shit. People come back like, I mishandled you, Ebony. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's all good. And I still ain't going to chase shit. You still going to have to put the effort in. Whatever you want this relationship to be, you in charge of it. You leading down the path. Whether you want to go right, I could take it right. If you want to go left, I could take it left. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to match you, period. Look at me as a mirror. Look at me as the universe. I'm going to mirror you to a T. If you want to fuck with me like that, put the effort in. If you don't put the effort in. Either way, I'm going to be cool. And that's where I need y'all to be, because you wear your crown. You stand in your power when you don't chase. Are you a chaser? Stop doing it. If you're not a chaser, you are so powerful, because it takes a certain discipline. It takes a certain confidence. It takes a certain awareness about yourself to not be that chaser. Okay, so if you are not a chaser, you are so powerful. You don't even know it, baby. You powerful. I love you. You love me? You love me? You love me? You love me? I love y'all though. You are so powerful. We're gonna move on though. I ain't gonna hold y'all all day, and I'm about to go get in the pool. I'm about to go get in the pool. I love the water, y'all. I love the water. All right. And number five is the last one. The last sign that you are way more powerful than you ever know that you are, than you could ever think that you are, is you have your emotions in control. And I spoke about it a little bit earlier with the other signs, but you have your emotions in control. You're not cussing people out. And I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about relationships, friendships, at work, the mailman, the grocery store, no matter where you are. If somebody is pissing you off, you get into an argument, somebody's throwing shade at you, somebody's being nasty, a family member being negative to you, somebody disrespecting you, somebody verbally being abusive to you, you don't match energy. You're not throwing a tantrum because you're mad. You're not throwing a fit. You're not in a screaming match with nobody. All you do is pull back your energy. You pull back your energy. You have self-control. And when you have self-control, it takes a little bit of discipline to take that high road. And you got to get used to it because you be ready to pop off. Boy, I could tell y'all I used to be ready to pop off because my mouth, it could get real reckless. I got a Tasmanian devil mouth. Oof. I know how to really hurt somebody's feelings with my mouth. But when you discipline yourself and you take that high road, you attract a lot of apologies. And that's motherfucking power, okay? When you know how to discipline yourself and you have so much self-control, it's hard for people to be mad at themselves. It's hard for people to argue with themselves. So you attract a lot of apologies. Do you attract a lot of apologies? If you attract a lot of apologies, you powerful. And it just boosts your power even more. People come back like, man, I got beside myself. I shouldn't have said that to you. And it's a good thing. Accept their apology. You're giving them room to grow. That's what it's about when you take the high road. You make them look at themselves like, damn, I shouldn't be acting like that. And you force them into growth. You catapult them into maturity. It's a good thing. Because once upon a time, somebody gave you grace to grow. So we give people grace to grow. That don't mean you got to rock with them like that. I ain't saying all that. That's up to you and the circumstance of whoever it is. But give people space, room, opportunity to grow. Because once upon a time, somebody gave you space, room, and opportunity to grow. But the people come back to you and they say, I was screaming at you. I cussed at you. You didn't deserve that. You didn't say nothing to me. You just sat there and looked at me like whatever and walked away. That's where you need to be at. It takes an extraordinary amount of maturity because 99% of the world, they match energy, they pop off, they ratchet, they out in these streets acting reckless. At the Winner Circle, we got too much to lose. We're not acting like that. We are embodying success. We are embodying wealth. We are embodying love. And when you on a high vibration, you don't act like that. And the more you practice it, it becomes second nature. And the more you do that, you go attract them apologies. People go, and even if somebody don't apologize to you because of their pride, their ego, listen, they're going to feel conflicted. Dang, I treated that girl like that. Dang, I treated him like that. He didn't even say nothing to deserve that. They gon' feel conflicted. I don't care what nobody says, whether they tell you or not, whether you can see it or not. God puts it on everybody's heart to do what's right and to know right from wrong. People know when they wronged you and they gon' feel conflicted. That karma gon' eat that ass up. Their own emotions will eat them. They gon' get ate up. They gon' get ate up. They go ahead. I don't know why I want to start singing that Gracie's yum yum eat 'em up, yum yum eat 'em up. I don't even got no baby kids, but I think I'm about to have a baby soon. I want to have a baby, but I'm gonna be watching. Is her name Gracie? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Is it who sings that? What cartoon is that? Yum yum eat 'em up, yum yum eat 'em up. I love that, but that's how they gonna feel. They gonna get ate up. They gonna feel convicted for their behavior. They're going to be looking at you like, dang, they couldn't push your buttons. A motherfucker can only push your buttons when you have a button to push. I don't give people buttons to push. Let me say that again. Somebody can only push your buttons when you have a button to push. I don't give people buttons to push. I could care less. Because when somebody is pissed off, they playing games with you, playing mind games with you. They the only ones who feel that in their body. You don't have to subscribe to that. Go mind your own business. Okay? You do not have to subscribe to it, okay? So if you got complete control over your emotions and you be attracting apologies, you be having people coming back to you saying, I shouldn't have acted that way. They comparing themselves to you like, dang, he was acting matured. You got people looking at you like that, putting you on a pedestal. It puts you on a pedestal when you are always the more mature one in the building. You're way more powerful than you think you are. And I'm here to tell you, I am so proud of you, okay? Don't you ever stop, okay? But y'all save this video, rewind it, watch it again. Make sure you are embodying these 5 signs, these 5 points, okay? Because it's going to change your life if you're not doing it already, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for being part of the Winner Circle. And I'll see you next time. Because guess what? We're getting better and better.